Filed Ozark County Circuit Court. Associate Division October 15, 2024. Jackie Smith Attorney. State of Missouri Circuit Clerk and Ex-Office. 8 case hash equals 240 ZCR00238 240 ZCR00246. Samuel K. Ellison. SUPERSVISED bond release. The court is releasing you on a personal surety bond, or what is known as your own recognizance (OC) release, which means the court 15 taking your word and signature as surety that you will appear on bond, and, failing to do so, your bond will be revoked and you will owe whatever the amount of the bond that was set by the court with a judgment taken against you or your co-signers for the bond amount. This type of release is totally discretionary with the court, and in order to qualify for this special treatment you will be supervised and required to comply with special conditions. Since this is a discretionary release with the court, should you fail to comply with any of the restrictions, the court can revoke the OC release, issue a warrant for your arrest, and require your full bond be posted. Pursuant to Rule 33.06, you have the right to apply for a modification of any conditions of release. By accepting this release, you agree to the following restrictions and conditions: OC supervision. 1. You will pay costs of the defendant management systems associated with your supervision. Your failure to timely pay those costs will lure a basis for the immediate revocation of your discretionary release by the court. You also agree that of the unpaid cost can be taxed as costs in your case. 2. You will report twice weekly on your bond release defendant management systems for alcohol testing and will be placed in GPS monitor. Your bond supervisor has the discretion to test you any other substances. Your bond supervisor has the discretionary authority to contact the local law enforcement officials and will notify the prosecuting attorney of Ozark County of violations of AHO's supervised bond release conditions, and you will be returned to on the failure of bond conditions pending review by the court. 3. This release does not reinstate your full privileges as a citizen. Unless authorized by the terms of this bond order, you will be found at your farm, 3357 County Route 902, Theodosia, Ozark County, Missouri. You will be allowed to work on your farm property and tend to your livestock, meet with your attorney, travel for court purposes, medical care, pharmaceutical needs, groceries and other subsistence matters. Pursuing recreational activities. 15. Not part of this contact. You'll be medication compliant and follow any care instructions from your eye-reading physicians. You are to have no contact or associate with individuals who wait on probation, parole, bond, OT, convicted, or those charged with felonies, except such contacts. 15. Required for compliance with this agreement other than Dawkins, your farmhand. You or have no contact with the victims in this case, directly or through third parties. L. You are not to consume alcohol or drugs with have been prescribed by your primary care physician while on bond. Except for work, you may not leave AHO state while on bond, and should you violate this condition you will agree to waive extradition when apprehended. You will appear for your supervisory meetings. By signing below, you waive your right to consume recreational marijuana. You will obey all state and federal laws. Special conditions. You will not keep firearms in your home, and you will not be found in a vehicle where firearms are kept pending further order of the court. You will not keep alcohol in your home and will not be found in a vehicle where alcohol is kept. You will not operate any vehicle larger than a side-by-side, e.g. Job and Deere Gator, pending further order of the court. When you need to travel, your driver cannot be a convicted felon and must have a valid license. Your next court appearance is the 12th of November 24 at 9 a.m. A failure to comply with any of the specific conditions can result in an immediate ex-evocation of your OR release, a judgment entered against you for the amount of the bond for which you and others signed as personal surety, and a warrant issued for your arrest in order that you make the standard bond. The new bond may in the amount of the one that was originally set, or, as you acknowledge by signing this contract, the real likelihood that your bond will substantially modified and increased. So agreed. Defendant.